Good morning, guys. I am Chuck.
And I'm Allie. And if this is your first time visiting us, we are AlliChuck Adventures.
And this morning we are heading to Warren Dunes State Park in Michigan. We are up here in Indiana. We are waiting some RV repairs, and we figured, hey, we're this close to Warren Dunes State Park, and we're really close to Michigan. So we're gonna get to explore a little bit of Michigan and also get to check out a cool state park, and we're gonna take you guys along with us.
And I surely hope we don't freeze today because it is cold today. It's 37 degrees out. And where we're heading is right next to Lake Michigan. And that wind off of Lake Michigan, I'm sure is going to be super cold. This Floridian girl has thin blood and it could be mighty cold.
And if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that we love our Florida state parks. We also love Georgia state parks. We've never been to a Michigan state park, so this is going to be a first. Actually, really, we've never been to really many other state parks outside of Florida. We've been to a couple in North Carolina, one way out in Arizona, but this will definitely be our first Midwestern state park. And this will be our first Michigan state park. In fact, I mean, this is going to be our first time really even exploring Michigan at all. We did go into Michigan a little bit last night just to say we've been in Michigan, but neither Allie or I have really ever done anything in Michigan. If you've been to Michigan and you know some cool things, obviously we know about the Upper Peninsula, and that's something that we want to do at some point, you know, Mackinac Island, but not going to be able to do it on this trip, but that is something for the future. But if you know of some cool things that we should check out in Michigan in our future travels up here, drop those down in the comments below. We're always looking for cool ideas. Well, we've made it to Warren Dunes State Park, and we are the only ones here.
And I can see why, because it's cold as rip. We're standing here and it's actually guarding the wind a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at those icebergs.
There is nobody here but us. And we're not even sure how we were supposed to pay. This is Lake Michigan, and wow, there are icebergs out there. Look at that.
That is so cool.
Wow, it's cold. I told Allie the wind off of Lake Michigan would be cold, and it is. But we're here, and our Floridian pansy butts are going to still try to walk down to the beach here because we drove this far. We might as well go check out the beach, and it does say stay off the ice, so I don't think I would really want to go try to get on that ice anyway. I guess we're the only people stupid enough to be here today because look at that.
There's nobody here.
Sorry, folks. Wally World's closed for repairs. This is pretty cool, though. It does look like the ocean. I mean,
If I didn't know any better, I would say we're definitely on the ocean.
yeah, the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see nothing but water for miles and miles and miles. So this is definitely a different kind of beach sand than what we're used to, though.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's soft, but it's beige, call it,
You're not white.
instead of white. Look at all that ice, though. So as we were driving in, we did notice that it said the campground was closed until May here, but apparently they do have a campground. How fun would it be to come back here at some point and do some camping? Definitely would be something that we would want to do. I bet this place is slam-packed in the summertime. So Allie thinks that we can't make it to the top of that dune up there. What do you think? I think we could do it. Really? You don't think you could do it?
No way.
Man, look at me. Look this way. Your face is red as a beet. You look like you got sunburned. We're going to try to go up maybe like one of these little hills right here, though. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That is so cold. Wow. Now, I guess we're going to see how good the wind muffs on these little microphones work right now because it's blowing hard. So Allie's saying that she made it to the top of the dune here. Really?
I made it! Woo!
I see footprints. So this must be a trail. I guess we'll try this one here. Well, we're gonna see if Allie can actually do this. I'm getting ready to climb this hill right behind us. And it may not look that steep on camera, but it's pretty steep. Allie decided on taking the high road, the harder road, believe it or not. But we're low gearing it up the hill here. Oh man, we made it to the top. What a view. What a view. And it is very cold. Very cold.
Go. Can't really tell on here, but that is very, very steep.
Man, I got an avalanche going here. Look at that. That is insane. It's like sand in an hourglass. Whew. I am out of breath. I just came from over there where Allie's at. Say hi, Allie.
He's almost there. Go, baby, go. You got this. You got this. You're almost there. King of the mountain. You made it. Woo!
Here she comes. She's trying to make it up.
This is hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Woo!
I don't think your mic's on. No, there it is. It's connected now.
Woo!
You come a little bit farther and you'll see that this sand starts giving way.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I can make it.
I had to use my hands a little bit.
This is hard.
Use your hands, put your hands in the sand.
I feel like I'm sinking.
You are. You are sinking. It's like quicksand.
Wow.
You are almost here. Oh my God, it's so cold. You made it.
I can't believe I made it.
You made it. You made it. You made it. What a view from up here. Now we just got to figure out how to get down. That's going to be fun. So we learned that this park was originally owned by a gentleman named Edward K. Warren, known for inventing the featherbone, which that's a whole nother thing that we kind of looked up. Something to do with, what was it you said?
So featherbone can refer to a corset bone made from bird quills or plastic or a cut of pork.
In looking up Edward K. Warren, so he basically purchased this land as a favor to his friend, but it also says that he eventually donated the land to the state. So in 1930, this actually became an official state park. These dunes near Lake Michigan were formed by glacial ice over 10,000 years ago. So that's quite a bit of history right here.
So we're going to try to drive through the campground and see at least if it's open for us to drive through it and check it out. I know it won't open up until May, but we want to at least just see what it looks like. Because you never know, we might want to come back and camp here sometime. It's beautiful here.
So they definitely have the campground area closed. You can't even drive on down there to see. You can see it looks like where you check in down there. But there's hiking trails here. I don't know if we could hike over to the campground and see it or not. Might be able to. It is definitely starting to warm up here today. It feels so much better over here than it did over there on the lake. Wow, that wind was cold. I could actually do some hiking here now. It feels pretty good. So we did find a hiking trail here, and I do believe this is going to take us up near the campground. Kind of hoping we get at least get a look at the campground, see if it would be sites big enough for us to have our Class A motorhome in, or if it's just mainly more small tent camping or small trailer. We shall find out. Yeah, we have made it to the campground, and
They look pretty small.
they do look small, but I am seeing 50 amp on a lot of these electrical posts. So, I mean, that's pretty tight, but right there.
That
but
one looked deep.
we would definitely fit in that for sure. We got a, that's a cabin right there. Oak cabin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
So they have some cabins. These sites are fairly small so far, what I'm seeing. It would definitely be a little tight. It looks like a nice sized campground, that's for sure. There's another cabin up here on the right. Definitely seeing sites that we could fit in here. Some of them are not that level though. It'd be probably tough to get the motorhome level. And that one there almost looks like it could be a pull through, but I don't think it is. Interesting style of cabins.
It's locked.
Is it? All these cabins have different names, like this one's Pine, last one we saw was Hemlock. These sites here definitely look like would be more for tent.
It's very mild today. It feels really nice right now.
Compared to what it was over there on Lake Michigan on the other side of the park. Yes.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
So we want to thank several of our friends for recommending Warren Dunes State Park, like the Bristols and Stevensons. So it has been a beautiful day here. We've really enjoyed this state park. So if you are in the Michigan area, southwest Michigan area, check out Warren Dunes State Park.
I think that's going to wrap up our time here at Warren Dunes, actually. We're getting hungry and not sure what else is around here, but we're going to go do a little bit more exploring since we've come this far into Michigan. And if we find anything interesting, we'll be showing you guys next. So we are actually going to explore the town here of New Buffalo. And there's a lighthouse up here. It's after my own namesake. It's, I forget what the actual full name is, but it has Chuck in it. Cute little town so far, right here on Lake Michigan.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
And there's the lighthouse, straight ahead.
And it's tiny.
Yeah. And as we were sitting and eating lunch, I found a couple lighthouses, this being one of them, and then there's another one I'm going to go check out. It's a little bit further.
Then you will arrive at your destination.
That is a little bit further south of here.
New Buffalo Beach. And this is pretty. I bet this place is hopping in the summer.
Oh yeah. We were seeing that you have to pay to park here, and it's like over $7, so I don't think it's really worth paying the $7 just to get out for a couple minutes. So we just kind of drove through the parking lot. But we're going to drive around this town on New Buffalo a little bit while we're here, and we'll head on down to that other lighthouse that I was looking at. It's a little further south of here. But we love exploring these little towns, and man, these towns right here on Lake Michigan. Very cute. Now we are in Michigan City, Indiana, and we're looking to see another lighthouse and pier.
It's kind of weird that we're we're in Michigan City, but we're in Indiana.
And there goes a big squirrel. Boy, these squirrels up here eat a lot better than the squirrels in Florida. Just saying. There's some chubby little squirrels. Our squirrels are scrawny. That's a big chunk of ice. We're gonna walk down as far as we can to see this lighthouse. We've seen signs saying stay off the pier, but there's people out here and it doesn't look that dangerous, so. I thought they were talking about staying off of this thing up here, but that's a catwalk. And that actually goes into the lighthouse, I do believe.
I mean, I don't see how this is dangerous.
I don't see, no.
It's not very windy.
No, there's not really waves crashing or anything.
Very calm.
It is very calm. Nice little find. Nice little side find on our little trip here to Michigan. And, well, now we're back in Indiana, even though this is Michigan City, Indiana. That's a lot of ice right there. That's some dirty ice, too.
The ducks swimming in it.
This is probably why they said stay off. Probably a couple days ago, this was probably all iced over. And that's why it would be dangerous. But it's melting. And here we are. We are all the way up to the lighthouse. How cool. Pretty sure we're seeing the Chicago skyline way across Lake Michigan over there. I just pulled up the map and it's right across the tip of the peninsula here, so gotta be it. This was another nice little side excursion find that we found. Checking out the lighthouse here at Michigan City. So now I guess we're gonna jump back in the Bronco and drive around a little bit and see what else is maybe around this town. Maybe we can find a place to go have a, like a micro brew or something before we head back towards our, I would say our campground. Usually we would be saying our campground, but in this case, because the RV is in the shop, our hotel. What a lovely hotel it is too. So that's going to wrap up our video here from Warren Dunes State Park and doing a little exploring around the Great Lake of Lake Michigan here with some sightseeing around Michigan City and everything. If you guys are new here, we would love it if you would join our adventures by clicking that subscribe button, ringing that notification bell, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.